jing jing, my jing jing, achuraki.
My jing jing, ami maki.
Iti por dem te kamu ka ga be yupi man kamu dong awri sakit da ong ga be nga mo sule mo wanda kam chai ni da bang ga ta kan.
It's the first time for them hearing the stories and folklore from the other region like Khasi and Garo. So example like when Huro sings book. So children were curious about asking the Anganwadi where is the Huro? Or where can we find Huro?
Huro nang spell.
And even were asked from the Kongthong book. So after the Anganwadi conduct the storytelling, so when they move out from the center, they start making sounds and calling the friend by picking their own tunes or making their own sounds, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is your tune. I won't call you by your name now. I'll call you by this sound."
Senang Kongthong tak kut ki kan dai tak in kut ki de pertui senit te bangai ya kon de te peram.
So yeah, we can see that they implement whatever they learn from the book, they implement it in the daily activities.
So the books that we chose were namely Yellow, which was from the Jaintia region, and then we chose the tunes of Kongthong, which is from the Khasi region, and When a Huro Sings, which is from the Garo region. The reason why we chose this book was that we wanted representation from each of the three hills, one that resonated with the people and the community.
Selected one book from each region to ensure the mixed reading level of a child. So if it's example like if it's a Yellow book, it's a level 2 book. So Kongthong, it's a level 3 book. So it will help us observe on how children engage with the different type of book during the storytelling.
So the how we picked out the Anganwadi Centres was on the basis of the geographical proximity. We chose two that were semi-urban and two that were urban, so that we could distinguish the performance level of these Anganwadi Centres, and also showcase what was lagging in these centres. On the first day of the pilot, the team would facilitate the sessions, the storytelling sessions along with the activities. And then the second day comprised of the Anganwadi worker facilitating the session while the team assisted them. And the third day consisted of Anganwadi worker facilitating both the storytelling as well as the activity.
What we have observed and learned is that children really enjoy these activities. Even the Anganwadi also mentioned that children wants to do more of these activities. Children really love the role play activities from the Kongthong books.
Kerpang lelai na yang oi ka baby. Vậy là lại kia chào lộc mà tăng hàm văn miết mà
Then they enact the role with the dialogue from the book.
Pasangin ke ni buang ah. Pi. Pelajar sarung.
The way they engage, and you can see the creative mind, the creativity side. So during their activities also, they make their own dialogue, and each and every children in the center, they want to participate in the role play. I don't have to force them to participate during the role play, but they themselves volunteer to be the character from the book.
Tôi lại clear cái bên đâu. Bên lại clear cái lộc. Lại làm mất hơn.
The Anganwadi mentioned that she can see a lot of different in children. So when she conducts storytelling with the ICDS book, she mentioned that there's not much of engage during the storytelling. But while using our books, because it's from our own region, and children can relate to the storybooks that within the region itself, so children are more interested in the storybook.
One of the main important things is that we need to give them more capacity building opportunities, especially when it comes to storytelling and how to utilize the books effectively. An Anganwadi center placed in the urban space would have easy access to the space, children, but this was not the case for this particular Anganwadi center. This Anganwadi center had to operate out of the house, out of the Anganwadi workers' house, which was very different from the rest of the Anganwadi centers that we visited. One of the key challenges that the Anganwadi worker had shared with us was the fact that she was not able to gather children to come to the center. So you might think like in an urban space it would be easy, but this is not the case. Why? Because children often go to preschools in private schools rather than the Anganwadi center. So this was also a challenge where she mentioned that parents would rather send their kids to a private school rather than an Anganwadi center.